we're going to come over here to Barry with Grez Guitars. So
you have.
So I have. Like, I'm going to tell the story real quick. I've said it. I've told it on the podcast a couple of times. So this is Barry's Grand Tour model.
Can you pick it up? Will you get in trouble? Will alarm go off so you see him?
So this is Barry's Grand Tour model. Essentially, about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, I really wanted. I'm a big 335 fan, but I wanted something hollow. Fully hollow. I got really inspired by a few different guitars.
Yeah.
One being really notably the Julian Lage by Collings, and I wanted something similar like that, but with a couple of things that are me.
Yeah.
And so I was just talking to Barry. Barry's been a big supporter of the podcast, and I was like, "Can you make me an archtop Mendocino, which is another model of his that he makes here?" I was like, "Can I get an archtop version of that?" And he said no. And so. About another 6 months later, I said, "No, Barry, really, I need that."
Yeah.
And he said, "Maybe." And then about 6 months later, we talked about it again. We started to design it, started to talk together. And originally, it was going to be a smaller body shape like his Mendocino.
Is this him?
This is Barry. We're going to drag him in. Come on, Barry. I'm telling him the story of the Grand Tour.
Here, come here on this side, and I'll hold the mic on you so we can hear it.
So, ultimately, we ended up...
You said no a lot of times?
I did.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it takes a little while to realize a good idea is hitting you in the face.
Yeah.
But eventually you realize and go for it.
And so I wanted fully hollow. I wanted originally a smaller body swap. We decided we needed the bigger one because I wanted a Bigsby and like there were some things logistically. Wanted a floating bridge. Mine has dog ear P90s, but of course Barry will put whatever pickups people love in guitars. It is a spruce top. It is
Honduran mahogany. Back and sides.
This is wood.
This
is wood.
Brown wood.
Brown wood. It's the best kind.
Yeah.
But the part I can't actually talk to the specifics, Barry will. The tuning of the body to the back is science that's well over my head. Barry can tell you more about that.
Well, if I were to try to be brief, I would just say that normally when a guitar like this gets thinner, the bass disappears, right? Whether it's an acoustic guitar, whatever it is. And that's because there's not enough air volume left inside to resonate the way we need. And I've just developed a way to cause the back to mechanically resonate and generate those low notes from the back mechanically moving versus the air volume resonating. And it turns into something that sounds bigger than it looks, right? Because you maintain the low end even though the body's thin.
That's so cool. That's cool. Yeah, we went around and looked at this bass is so cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's really so exciting. Your bass 6 over there. That's all. Oh, what's this? What's this? Can we look at this real quick?
Yeah.
Junior, yeah.
This is
here, I'll pull you back in here.
Yeah.
Old growth redwood.
Oh.
So this is a 100-year-old piece of wood, but it would have been a 1,000-year-old tree, right? And so the tagline, which is true, it's nice when your marketing copy is real, right?
Yeah.
Is that it was a tree for 1,000 years, a bridge for 100, and now it's a guitar.
Nice.
So think about in Northern California 100 years ago, everything was made from first growth, old growth redwood trees.
Yeah. We're in Michigan. We had everything was old growth. My house is all old growth.
So now you can't cut these trees down, but 100 years later, the bridges are getting rebuilt and the wood becomes available.
Yeah.
We can build guitars out of it.
Yeah, it's so cool to see reclaimed wood used like that. And it's had time to stabilize and mature.
And it genuinely sounds different. It weighs less. It's just, it's cheating. We're making new guitars out of 100-year-old wood. It's like we're cheating.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Great. It's awesome. Hey man, we're gonna keep wandering on unless Phil has something he wants to do. We're trying to get to as many people as we can. We're just doing this guerrilla thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Barry.
Amazing stuff.